I heard about it, I think, just about the turn of the year, and it was actually on Facebook that a friend of mine had shared an advert, and I got interested in it and pursued it, getting a phone call from Weatherseal asking us if they could come and see us, and it was a totally different experience we had with them, and that's why we went with Weatherseal, because we had drafts at the window behind me here in the living room, and when we looked at it we saw that the seal on the windows was starting to come away. Yeah, we purchased the two main windows, the two largest windows in the house. That was this room, which is the living room, and then across the hall is the main bedroom of the house. So we wanted both windows replaced, also so they would still be matching windows. The representative from Weatherseal was absolutely superb, and what I liked about him was he wasn't pushy. I'm not one to get pushed around by making a decision, and he was not like that at all. The date was set and they phoned us the day before just to double check everything was fine. They told us when the fitters would be here, when the guys were going to install it. They actually came bang on time, said they'll be there around 9:30. At 9:30 their van arrived, so again plus point for Weatherseal there. And the first thing they did, obviously we cleared the room, but the first thing they did was covered everything, and we appreciated that. They were very, very clean and tidy. I came in at one point and just asked them, well, will it go into tomorrow? And he said, not at all, we'll be finished this afternoon. And by 4 o'clock they arrived at 9:30, and by 4 o'clock the windows were in. They had tidied up everything. They asked us for brush, shovel and so on. Then they had cleaned the windows, and then they came in and asked us to have a look at them and see what we thought of them. And that was it. They were away, we signed, and I was just extremely happy with the two fitters. They were nice, very nice guys. That you could have asked them anything if there was something you didn't like, but there was nothing. That they just did it as we asked for and what we paid for. And I mean, we have mentioned that to a lot of people, that you couldn't ask for nicer fitters, that they were there doing their job well. My wife and I are having a battle just now because she keeps turning the central heating down at night, and I like the heat in the house, and I'll go over to that radiator and touch it and it'll be cool. And she was far too warm in here, so these windows are doing their job. We don't need that heating up. I have recommended Weatherseal to lots of people now, saying if you're thinking of getting new windows, because we have a lot of friends who live in this area, same sort of age of house, and they may be thinking of windows, getting in. I'm saying, well, you can't do much better than Weatherseal for price and for the way they deal with you. Very happy. I have to say, I mean, it's been a good experience, and particularly when they were the largest windows in the house, and you have reservations. I think, should we do this? Should we get these big windows hauled out? But it was so smooth, and at the end of the day, for me, Weatherseal enhanced their reputation.